Welcome back to Indeed's Career Tips. I'm Sinead, and today we are here to help you take control of your job search using informational interviewing. In this video, we'll share what an informational interview is, how to ask for one, questions to ask, and we'll even share what to avoid during these meetings. Trust me, these types of interactions are powerful and could potentially lead you to your next opportunity or your next job. But what exactly is an informational interview? An informational interview is a meeting or a conversation that you set up with a professional that's working in a job, industry, or company that interests you. So let's say a friend of yours works for a brand that you love, but you're not exactly sure what the brand's company culture is like. Seems like the perfect time to set up an informational interview. Reach out to that friend. Not only is this a great opportunity to reconnect, but also to indirectly interview them as well. These types of interviews allow you to get the inside scoop from an inside perspective. You'll also be able to gain specific info that's not revealed in a job post, like what training really consists of, or the employee onboarding experience. And it's really as easy as saying, want to grab some coffee? Or what's your schedule like this week? Do you think we could grab some lunch? Let's consider this endeavor as somewhat of a blind date. If you know, you know. It's kind of casual, kind of fun, but it is intimidating and it is still an interview. You're trying to learn more about this person and their position while low-key selling yourself and your skills. It can be a little nerve-wracking. You want to be prepared so that you leave a great first impression, which can feel like a lot of pressure. Situations like these seem like they're designed to induce nerves. They make me nervous, so I get it. But honestly, the best thing to do is 1, prepare, and 2, concentrate on the idea that this is an exciting opportunity and literally tell yourself that you can do this. See if these positive self-reinforcements will help ease your anxiety a bit. And remember, it's always great to reconnect with an old friend. But are informational interviews important or necessary for professional development? In short, yes, these efforts can be extremely valuable. Think about it. Who's to say that your network couldn't score you a job in the future? And these informational interviews are truly building and strengthening your network. Plus, these 15 to 60-minute chats also help you gain insight that will then clarify where you want to go next, which is the goal, right? Informational interviews build confidence because, as cliche as it sounds, knowledge really is power. So allow yourself to receive the knowledge you need to take action. Just try to position yourself leading the interview, not the other way around, and you'll be set. Now, you may also find through conversation that you actually have zero interest in this job. Yeah, and that's also a good thing. Maybe you got insight into the job and learned that you'd need to pursue an additional degree or even relocate to another city or something else that just does not align with your goals at this point in your life. And that's okay. Now, we do actually have an entire video right up here that explores how to choose a career based on what your interests are. But an informational interview should help you with this too. Hopefully the person that you interview with will provide real, transparent, and valuable information that you can use as you move forward in your job search. All right, now let's talk about how we can initiate these types of encounters without feeling spammy. Before we dive into that, please give this video a big thumbs up so we know that this networking breakdown has been helpful to you. And be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our weekly career tips from Indeed. So, how do you conduct an informational interview? Hearing the word interview might lead you to start overthinking. You may not know where to start. I mean, I didn't at first either, but I learned, and so can you. Here are the steps I typically follow to conducting an informational interview. Step 1, identify and reach out to a few professionals that you want to speak to. You could start with your current network, whether that's former coaches, teachers, bosses, former colleagues, or a past mentor. Or you can branch out by conducting virtual outreach. We actually have an entire video on how to identify who is in your network and how to reach out to them, which you can check out right up here. But in short, you could say something like, "Hey Tasha, how are you? I see you work at Culture & Company, which is an organization I've been applying diligently to. I'm interested in learning more about what you do and your experience working with Culture & Company. Would you have some time to connect early next week?" Be prepared to be left unread for a little bit, but know that people really don't mind the outreach. They just get busy, so you may not receive a response right away. Now, speaking of being prepared, let's move on to step 2. Prepare the questions you're going to ask. You have to know your stuff. Again, this is an interview. So doing research on the person that you're interviewing and the company is huge. And if you impress them, remember, they may name drop you. They may be able to vouch for you when it comes time to apply, or they could introduce you to others so that you don't actually have to go out and introduce yourself. Wouldn't that be great? Now, when preparing for questions to ask, be specific enough to get the insight that you need and try to keep things casual in your approach. Creating a space where this person feels comfortable sharing with you is so important. Some questions could sound like, what led you to the role that you're currently in? Do you think it was skills or people along your path? Is it related to your major in college or not at all? What has been a favorite project that you've worked on? What are you most proud of? What is something that you wish you could change about your role or your job? Or what have you found to be the most surprising? Now, if the interview is going well and you're feeling more comfortable, you may even consider asking some other questions on salary expectations and advancements, what trade publications to follow to stay up to date on, and attributes that one needs to succeed in this role. All of these questions are meant to give responses that resonate with you. Like, does their feedback make you excited and have you saying internally, I could do that? Do their answers leave you wanting to know more because the conversation was just that great? We naturally gravitate towards things that interest us, myself included. So do your best to craft inquisitive questions that will give you the answers that you're looking for in your next career move. However, if you don't necessarily get the answers that you're looking for, consider that you're still able to, 1, learn new information about a person, role, or industry. 2, reconnect with someone from your past or meet someone new who may have an internal connection. 3, learn what types of skills and characteristics you'll need. 4, understand information about the job that a description can't necessarily unveil. And lastly, you can 5, network and spend your time wisely versus applying online aimlessly. When you feel good about your candidates and questions, it's time to move on to step number 3. Meet for your interview. Now it's time to put all the preparation that you've done in place. So let's meet with the professionals that have agreed to speak with you. If you initiated the coffee or lunch, you could offer to buy. Do you have to? No, not necessarily, but nice gestures do tend to go a long way. Here are a few other things to keep in mind when meeting with your interviewer. Show up early. Keep in mind that this professional is doing you a favor. So by showing up early, you show initiative and hopefully will leave a great impression. The early bird does, in fact, get the worm. Briefly reintroduce yourself. Emphasis on briefly. This interview should be focused on the professional that you're speaking with. However, it is so important to take a few moments to explain who you are and what you hope to gain from the interview. That way, your interviewer will know how to answer your questions with the best, most relevant responses. Show appreciation. Say thank you, and then say thank you again. Now, this comes with introducing yourself first. Be sure to take a moment at the beginning of your meeting to express your thanks to the interviewee for meeting with you. Now, you may even express how excited you are for the opportunity. And then be sure to express gratitude as you wrap up the meeting as well. Take notes. Now, if I were you, I'd bring my notepad with a few pens to write down every sliver of information that I find to be important. Taking notes will help give you a guide or a reference to look at. Notes like these may help you reflect on their responses. Plus, note-taking can actually also help you avoid asking questions that they have already answered. Stay on topic. Remember, you're in control of this interview. It's technically up to you to keep you both focused and on task. It's okay to share some laughs and enjoy yourself, of course, but remember, the goal of the meeting is to get answers. You're limited on time here, so just be sure to spend it wisely. And after the interview is complete, it's time to move on to step 4. Follow up to thank the interviewer, and then connect with them on a professional social platform. This person is likely busy, but they did agree to the interview, and that's probably because they like you and they want to see you succeed. So take the time to send a follow-up thank you note and stay connected. Showing them gratitude reiterates that it was also worth their time to meet with you. Plus, it shows that you are thoughtful and thorough with your approach. This is also a great opportunity to ask any follow-up questions that you may have about your interview. Take the time to reconnect and nurture your professional relationship. Now let's make use of the information that you gained with step number 5. Reflect on the conversation and how they relate to your career goals. What did they share with you? Are there certain skills or characteristics that are required for the job? Did they suggest being certified in a certain area or to enroll in an online course? Does the company have open positions that you can apply for right now? Or is this something to look forward to in the future? Gather your thoughts, reflect on how this conversation is relevant to where you want to go, and consider making a SMART goal from here. Now, if you're not familiar with what these are, check out this video right here. But in short, SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant, time-based, or time-bound. Basically, if you have a goal without setting any of these specifics or expectations, you're really going to feel challenged, maybe overwhelmed even, with questions on where and how to start. Now, if you're still with me, you've made it to our bonus tip. One common mistake I see people make is waiting too long to schedule these interviews. Some people wait until they're actively job hunting, but ideally you should be conducting informational interviews throughout your career. You can use it as a younger college student or a recent grad, or even a few years into your career. People change, goals change, lives change. You may be really curious about a new career path, and if you aren't sure how to get there, an informational interview can bring about a lot of clarity. Informational interviews are also a great tool if you like to stay up to date and build your network. If informational interview sounds too formal, just think of them as coffee chats. This networking skill lets you gather information and, like gardening, allows you to plant some seeds before you actually need them. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give us a like down below and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on Indeed's weekly career tips. If you're looking for more on career development, we've got you covered with an entire playlist. Or if you want to know more about how to expand your network, naturally, we've got a video for you as well. I'm Sinead. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.